Alright, so we have built this powerful Node.js API for real estate marketplace where buyers and sellers, they can post the ads, the real estate ads for selling or renting their properties, and the users can come and buy those properties. All right, so this is a marketplace app. We have built the API, and we build pretty much everything from scratch. Only the third-party service we are using is AWS. For storing images, we using AWS S3, and for sending emails, we're using AWS SES. All right, we are using MongoDB. All right, so Mongo Atlas. Once you deploy this to the cloud server, you can even install MongoDB locally and use that instead of using Mongo Atlas if you want. Save some money there, and host your MongoDB yourself, which is really easy. All right, so this is my env file. All right, so for this project to work, you need to have these values. If you're new to AWS, you can sign up and get these credentials, and that's pretty much it. All right, so let's go and see how we can deploy this to the cloud. And I'm going to use DigitalOcean for this one because DigitalOcean is very user friendly. It's not very expensive, and it's a very reliable, high performance cloud service. All right, so we're going to use DigitalOcean to deploy our API, and later on, if you want, you can also build the front end with React or any other framework, and you can also deploy it on the same droplet. All right, so the first thing you want to do is push your project to GitHub. All right, so we're going to do that, and then the next one is follow the steps of creating the droplet and pulling your code from GitHub to DigitalOcean. And obviously you can read the official tutorials from DigitalOcean, but I have made it very nice and easy follow along tutorial which you can find. So if you search on Google, search my name, Ryan Dungel, it is published on Medium, and then you can search, let's say, deploy to DigitalOcean. So if you search like this, it should come up. So you can see here, it's right here. And this tutorial will guide you through each and every step. It's nice and easy to follow. All the items, whatever you need to do is listed out here. It's nice and easy, and it covers deploying the API and the front end as well, but we don't have to worry about this one. We just do the back end side. All right, and any additional information you need, obviously you can also Google other tutorials from DigitalOcean itself, and it shows how to use MongoDB as well. All right, so some of these things sometimes they change, so obviously if something goes wrong, then obviously you can Google the other tutorials, but I'll try to keep it up to date, and so far so good. This is working perfectly. All right, so if you're new to DigitalOcean, you need to sign up, and if you use this link, you will get up to $90 on referral credit. All right, so feel free to check it out. Click on that link, and you see your $200 credit. You have been invited to DigitalOcean. Sign up and get $200 60-day credit to try out. You see, it's awesome. All right, so if you're new, use this link to get some referral credit, and once you sign up, we can follow these steps to create a droplet. Now before we do that, let's go ahead and push our code to GitHub. Right, so I'm pretty sure you already have a GitHub account. So GitHub, let's go and create a new repository. I'm going to call it real estate API-Udemy. All right, so this is what I'm going to call it. And description, let's say Node AWS API, AWS real estate marketplace API. Okay, and choose what you want, public or private. I'm going to keep it public, all right, because I want you guys to be able to access the code, but you can make it private, makes no difference. All right, and then create a repository. All right, so we have to run these steps. So let me go to my project, and always make sure your env file is not pushed to GitHub. So that should be in the git ignore, which I already have. And of course, these things, they will be different in a production, so you can just copy paste some of the ones you're going to use in production. All right, so this is not going to GitHub, and I'm showing all these values as well because I'll be removing them shortly after deploying. So make sure to use your own, don't use these ones. All right, so with that said, I can do it from here, from the built-in terminal, but I'm going to just open up another window, terminal, just so that it's easier for you to see. All right, so let me navigate to my folder. Let me get inside this real estate Udemy folder. Here I have server, so this is where my project is, cd server. Okay, so this is my API, so all these files and everything is here. All right, so this is the one I need to push to GitHub. So first of all, let's initialize with git init. By the way, all these informations you may also see here. You see git init, git add readme file. If you don't have, you can add. I don't have, so I'm not going to worry about that, but of course you could add, or maybe we should add. All right, so let's create this one quickly. readme.md, readme.md. okay, so here I can write some markdown, Node.js, AWS, Google, Places, and there's so much more, but let's just write that. Places, API for real estate marketplace app. The course, the entire video course with PDF can be found in Udemy. The course is created by Ryan Dunghill. All right, and let me also add a link. All right, so let me search Udemy Ryan Dunghill. Okay, so let me just add this link to my profile, so you can see all my courses here. This is how you can do that. So bracket here and paste. Actually, this one is this one should be in the brackets name, right? So let me fix that. That one should be in the brackets, and this one with the parentheses for the link. All right, and I can even have a look here because I have this PDF viewer plugin. If you don't have, you can install, and then I can say Command Shift V. This is how it will look. This is how your README file will look. All right, perfect. So we got the README file as well. That's okay. Make sure this is inside the server folder. Okay, so that's the project. Awesome. All right, now here we follow the steps here. What else we have to do here? So git init, git add readme file, git commit -m, and it's let's say deploying API. You can write something whatever you like here, and git branch. Let me just copy this. All right, copy that, paste here, and then we can push. But before we push, if you run git status, okay, so these are untracked files. Git add, didn't we do git add? Maybe we forgot. Let's make sure we do that. Git add dot space dot git commit dash m deploying API to GitHub. Okay, let's just leave it like that. Okay, let's remove the m. Okay, so now it is committed. If I run git status, nothing to commit, it's all good. All right, so finally let's push this. Git push origin main. Okay, so I'm getting this issue. That's because I'm using another GitHub account currently. So let me sign out from the current one. All right, you may not receive that, but I've got it. To resolve this, it's always a little bit tricky. So I have published another article in Medium, Ryan Dungill Medium, and remove GitHub. Remove Git login from Mac. Okay, so I'm going to just follow these steps. All right, so git credentials, we have to run this code, and when you enter you see nothing. That means you can add more. So host, we add github.com, again enter, you don't see much, and then protocol also copy, paste here, enter, and then finally one more time enter. That's it. Now that removed the previously logged in details. Now if you run, now we can go back to what we were doing and we can just run this. All right, now it asks me. All right, so I'm going to enter my details. All right, so I'm logged in. I was able to push my code to GitHub. So I had some issues. So what I did, let me share that with you as well. It can be helpful. So what I did is I came here back to my project and deleted this hidden Git file because it had the old credentials probably when I was logged into another account. So I deleted that, and then again went through each of these steps. All right, and when I run this, it asked me to log in. So at that time, instead of typing the full email address, I just typed the first part of the email before the end, so before the @ character, and then I put the password. Now you may already know with GitHub these days, your password, you can't use your plain password. You have to create a personal token. So you can go to the here to your account, click, go to the settings, and create all the way down on the left side. Go down and click on the sidebar menu that says developer settings, and then inside there you can go there and create a personalized token. All right, so that is the token you need to log in. If you haven't already done before, you may have already logged in. If not, that's the process to follow. Anyways, I'm sure you know how to push your code to GitHub. So that's what I did. And if I give it a refresh, now you see we have the API, the code has been pushed here. We don't have the env file. Everything else looks good. Okay, so we got the readme, all that. Perfect. Okay, so we have pushed our code to GitHub. Next step is creating an account with DigitalOcean Droplet. And if you don't already have one, go ahead, use this link. Sorry, not this one. Use this link to sign up if you're new, and then after that step, I'll meet you in the next video, and we're going to go through step by step to create a droplet and finally deploy your API to the cloud.